Hi guys, it's Bridget. I wanted to share with you guys what I got in the mail yesterday, and I played around a little bit with it and wanted to show you in case you wanted to see it live instead of, like just see it the way a crafter would use it. I'm sure everyone saw it at CHA or in the CHA videos. It's the I think it's called the box punch board, which coincides with all the stuff they're releasing. They release the envelope punch board, and then I think they have a pillow box one, and they have a candy box one. They have a couple of different things. But I happened to be on HSN just looking around at some of the Anna Griffin stuff, and I saw that they were offering the box punch board. So I grabbed one thinking, I didn't want to be on any pre-orders, and I know that some sites are taking pre-orders. So anyway, I got it yesterday and I started playing around with it. I only did a few. This was my very first one, and I made a mistake here. And it really is a prototype because I made it and it's just... I just kind of loosely looked at the instructions, but anyway, then I made this one, and then I made a shorter one, but along the same size as this, but just shorter. And it makes a ton more sizes, and this one's just tall, but narrower, well, I guess like width, so it's just narrower like that. And it does come with instructions, which are completely understandable. There are, hold on a sec, you just have to decide, I guess, what size you want to make. I didn't go by what size box I wanted to make. I kind of just, did it. So it says here, select box size, trim the paper to the paper size, flip open the score extender. Like if you're making a bigger box, which is great, it has this score extender that makes the longer horizontal lines, and if you flip, or vertical lines too, which is great, which I used for the bigger size box. I had to extend it out. And then you have to start on one of these lines, like line up the paper here, punch, and then according to whatever box size you want, you have a diagonal line, which is, this is the diagonal line. When you punch, you have to score from here, depending on which box size it tells you. The diagonal line has to be scored on. So it has inches and centimeters. Your finished product before you assemble the box should look like this. So I'll just do a quick demonstration if you guys want, or if you want to see more. I'm sure a lot of people will be showing it, and it's a great thing to have. I like this a little bit more than the envelope punch, only because the envelope punch is great for not so dimensional cards. Of course, if you play around with it, you can make it a deeper envelope, but I'm a little lazy for that, so I don't always make an envelope. But I do like the envelope punch. I mean, it's great, the envelope maker. So I had cut this down, I believe, to 8 by 8, and I was going to just quickly demonstrate. You have 8 by 8 choices here. So 8 by 8 piece of paper can either make, I can start on the large side line, or I can start on the medium, which is this one, and then I can score on either the small line, the diagonal, or the medium line. So I can start scoring either small or medium on the diagonal to build my box. So it is, it's a little bit tricky because you have to, let's see, I'll make the start line my large box. I'll make an 8 by 8 and score on the small side. It's a little bit tricky because you just have to make sure you're lining up all your edges properly. And then you would punch. And you will feel it catch when the score line stops. You know, it like stopped right there. And then this line meets up, and then you score all the way down. And then you flip it over, and you just do the same thing. You'll feel it catch. And then again, because the score line does stop right there. See, it stopped right there. And it's pretty good. This is thick cardstock. It's Serendipity by Heidi Swapp. So it's doing really well. I haven't tested it. It came with it cardstock already, but I tried it on tougher cards, like thicker cardstock. So now what you do is you flip it over and you start the same exact way, and this line is what will create the horizontal lines for assembling the whole box. So you punch again, and then you have to score the whole way through. And then you turn it around, and score a horizontal line. And one more time. Okay, so then you're left with the score lines, which is exactly what you wanted, which is pictured right there. So then what you can do is you can do this step if you want, like you see how I played around and it kind of got crumbled together, but it will create slits. If you don't want to and you want to make your own closure, then you wouldn't do this little extra. See how it created that? And one more. So it creates that right there. So then you can put this stuff aside and assemble the box. I mean, it's such a cool thing. I knew that I wanted this for sure when I had seen all the demos at CHA, when I had seen all the videos to start coming in. So then what I would do is I would fold all the score lines first and then like put little glue dots, you know, depending on how much you play around and see what the box holds and what size you make. You have to play around with what kind of adhesive, because what happens is then if you don't glue down those little, you know, edges, you're going to have a box that looks like that on the inside. So you'll take like a glue dot and, you know, dot that down, which I have. So then anyway, then it lies flat, you know, and you could always, if you're going to put ribbon or whatever, this seam on here can also be glued. And then you just assemble it like that. This is the tricky part for me. I don't know if I'm just doing this part wrong, or I don't exactly know the science behind this part. Because the inside ones go together really easily. they just interlock. But I'm having a hard time understanding why this one is not. So maybe my lines are off. But anyway, it winds up being a perfectly square box. Let me see if I can do it off camera. I think personally I would either like punch 2 of them to get the inside closure, and then I would do like a little decorative closure for this part. See, because I wind up like folding the paper. But anyway, that's what the box came out like. So it's just a shorter version of this box. So if you guys want to see any other demos, or if you have any other questions about the box punch board, just let me know. But it is, I think it's a great tool. I think so far I'm having a really good time seeing what the actual physical size of the box is and how you can really use these for anything from little trinkets to, you know, a frame or a candle or anything like that. So anyway, thanks for taking the time. I thoroughly think that it's worth the money. I think with the shipping and everything, they had a special. It was under $20. So I think it was like maybe $16.99 plus shipping or $14.99 plus shipping. It was a great value. So I think for what you're getting, it's a completely awesome tool to have in your scrap room. So anyway, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.